Hi and welcome to a new video. I'm Izzy or lmao and I mainly make videos about K-pop and art, and today I want to talk about collecting. I want to make a video where I give you guys my tips and opinions about collecting and trading. So a disclaimer, this is all from my experience and this is all my opinion. Feel free to leave your opinions in the comments as well. So this video will be kind of like a podcast, so I would say get a drink, have a seat, or do something else in the meantime. And the background video you see right now is just me organizing the photo cards I downsized on. So before I start, I will tell you something about how I started collecting K-pop merch, albums, PCs. I started buying K-pop albums at the end of 2019, and I started collecting seriously, I guess, during the summer of 2020. So yeah, the lockdown. And at the moment, I'm only collecting 3 members of Stray Kids, 3 members of ITZY, and 1 member of The Boys. And I stopped buying random albums and I'm downsizing on everything that's basically not those 3 mentioned groups. So yeah, firstly I want to talk about collecting and more specific what to collect. And the first tip I can give you is a bit cliche, but collect what makes you happy, because collecting is a hobby and it should always feel like that, and no one can tell you what to or what you can't collect. Basically, just know that you're not a less fan if you don't collect something, or if you don't collect at all. You're still the same person, and if you like a group, you like a group, right? So yeah, just collect what makes you happy, and it's all up to you, and you should feel comfortable with what you do and how you spend your money and how you invest your own time. I think that it's important to know if you care more about albums or photo cards, because nowadays companies are literally on the capitalism roll, so there are many versions for albums, like limited special editions, jewel cases. It's crazy. And there are also a lot of photo cards. So make sure you know what to collect, and when you made a decision, you can move on deciding what you want to collect exactly. You should ask yourself, do I want to collect multiple groups and idols, or do I want to collect just my olds, like thoroughly? What gives you satisfaction? Keeping your pulls from random albums or anything, or having those cute photo cards, or maybe a complete collection? Because for me, I get satisfaction from completed full collections, and more specifically Korean album photo cards. So yeah, that's why I only collect my old groups and only Korean album photo cards. I don't collect pre-order benefits or larger inclusions. If you have seen some of my previous videos, you would have noticed that I am downsizing at the moment, and yeah, I still have the bigger inclusions for Stray Kids, but in the future I'll probably downsize on that as well, but for now I'm okay. Like, my goal is just to have the Korean album photo cards for those groups and idols, because that's what makes me happy and that's what's affordable for me. And yeah, so if you're not sure what makes you happy or what gives you satisfaction, you can look at different templates, like album templates or photo cards templates. Like, for example, you can ask yourself, would it make you happy to collect this particular member or those specific items? Do I want to collect 1 member, or have a nice layout with 9 members on a 9 pocket page? you also have to think about your money too. If you look at all the photo cards and you don't get the feeling that you want to spend money on the PCs, then the collection maybe isn't something for you. And of course, you can collect photo cards slowly, like take your time, but just don't get overwhelmed and stressed. Like, again, it's an hobby. And when it comes to downsizing, I know there's a bit of a stigma around in a community or on YouTube, but in the end, like, it's your collection, it's your money, it's your hobby. It's okay to downsize, and honestly, no one should make a big deal out of it. Now to talk a bit more about the money part, I have some tips as well. And firstly, I can say that pick the right sleeves and pocket pages for your photo cards so you don't have to switch and replace them. Like, I changed my sleeves a few times and it's honestly just a waste of money. Like, I started with blue sleeves and then I just changed them to black sleeves and now I have like clear sleeves. So yeah, that's not the best, but hey. And I actually wanted to change my sleeves again because I have black binders and I kind of regret having black binders, but back then in lockdown it was really hard to buy binders, right? Like, all the shops were closed. But if I wanted to be really aesthetic, I would have had like a white binder and white sleeves. But right now I just have a black binder with clear sleeves, and then as the fillers, still those black sleeves. Secondly, a tip for not wasting money is if you're selling and buying items online, aka Instagram, and you have like a card that's really rare, please get them tracked. I know it's a bit more money, but in the end, if the letter gets lost, you waste more money. So I would say only for like the cards you really, really love, get them tracked, because I lost a Chombin I'm You Limited card, and I didn't got it tracked, and it was kind of sad, but I don't know. Like, most of my cards didn't get lost, so I was like confident to also didn't get this one tracked, and it was from Europe, and I'm from Europe, so. But yeah, next time I'll get like the special cards tracked. And all the other times I just use stamped shipping because that's cheaper. Then if you buy on Instagram and you don't mind to wait longer to finish your collection, I would say just look out for the items that are being sold in your currency, so you don't have to pay for those PayPal fees. For example, I'm from Europe, so I look out for cards that are being sold in Europe, so euros. I avoid buying cards from the UK or USA. If I can't find it, then of course I will still do it, but yeah, that's just another little tip. You also have to be aware that if you're from the EU, that you can get customs now since July. It's a new law, and it's basically if you buy a card from outside of the EU, you can get customs, and you can try to avoid this by making sure that the envelope is just like a plain, normal envelope, not like stuffed with stuff. So they think it's just a normal envelope, so it will just go through customs. And if the person is using a custom declaration paper thing, then you can ask them to mark it as documents. And yeah, that's just a little tip I can give you for avoiding customs. Then another tip for saving money is buying photo cards on Mercari Japan with Neokio. And again, this is from my own experience, like I've only used that, and some cards are cheaper there, but bear in mind that you have to pay for fees, shipping and customs, if you're from the EU, the customs part then. But again, sometimes buying those cards in bulks can be affordable and a nice way to get cheaper photo cards. And my last tip for the money part is that I weigh my envelopes at home with like a little kitchen skill thing. And that's because I can buy the correct stamps, because I'm from the Netherlands and we can buy online stamps. And so I can make sure that the envelope is just the right weight. And I try to make it as light as possible. Of course, in a safe way, like the photo card will be fine, but yeah, that's a way to save money as well. Now I want to talk about scamming. So I haven't been scammed before. My friend that I share my trading account with has been scammed once. But we haven't really been scammed on Instagram before, but I still have some tips though, because apparently it's working. So firstly, I can say trade and buy from accounts with clickable proofs in their story highlights. And they need to have at least 15, 20 proofs, I guess. Not just proofs from screenshots, but like actual clickable proofs. Like, well, I have to admit, I have proofs from screenshots as well, but I have lots and lots of clickable proofs. Then if you trade with a new account, ask them to send first, and mostly they will do that if they're like new to trading and stuff. I would still not really for me personally, I just prefer like having actual like live accounts, but we all started somewhere, you know. Then like I basically just mentioned, never buy from new accounts, even if they have a really good offer, and even if you're like 99% sure they're real, like they showed all the proofs and stuff, that they have the card and like their username is a date or whatever. Just avoid. Like, in the end you will find the card somewhere. Trust me, you will find the card you want someday. Just don't buy from new accounts, especially if they look a bit fishy, you know. Again, you can ask them to send to PC first, and you send like half of the money, or I think people do it like that, but I personally never do that. Then if you have the choice, again, buy from the same country or same continent, because it's just less likely to get lost. Then when you find your PC and you want to see the PC, make sure the person shows the photo card under a light. Ask for any marks on the photo card, and make sure they show their username in the frame of the video. Some people even want to like write the date and both usernames, but I just personally use my light in a little username card. Then always ask for packaging and address proof, and also mail proof when they send it out. I know some people use receipts. Like I can just mail the envelope in a mailbox, but just make sure you're comfortable with getting a receipt as proof instead of like a video. I personally haven't been scammed with fake photo cards, but I know they're out there, and just be aware of how the PC should look like the color grading, corners of a photo card, how much is like zoomed in or zoomed out, the packs on the PC. Those are things you can look out for. I also want to say something about the environment, because buying photo cards is just not good, but at least you can be thoughtful about it. What I do is just reusing anything you can reuse. You can think about penny sleeves, top loaders, cards. Just don't write on the cards, but use a sticky note instead. washi tape, cardboard. It's all stuff you can reuse, and please do that. Even if the top load is a bit dirty, you can just clean it. Just please reuse as much as possible. I personally keep everything in one box, and I just try to use it, or what I can use, I just use it for my trades and sales. So then about packaging a photo card, what I do is that I make sure the photo card is in a closed off penny sleeve. So when the weather is bad, when it's raining, the photo card stays dry. And then I put the photo card in a top loader. And when I don't have a top loader, I use a steady piece of cardboard so the photo card can't bend. And I also don't put more than 3 photo cards in the top loader. I then put a sticky note on the penny sleeve so that the photo card is easy to get out. And then I attach the top loader to a piece of paper with washi. Or you can use a card as well, I guess. Then I also add a little thank you note, and lately I've been avoiding to write down thank you for buying with me or thank you for trading with me because of this new customs law. I know it's like I'm from Europe and it's for Europe, but yeah, you never know. If they open your envelope, it's still like illegal to send a photo card because it has value, and you can basically only send out stuff like that when I don't even know, but like I always pay for like documents when I just stamp shipping. Of course, this is not documents, this is like a photo card which has a value, but yeah. Because my envelopes are just like really plain white and thin, all my cards have been just arriving, so yeah. But if they open your envelope and they read the note, it's just better to see that it's like a gift, you know, not something you sold. So instead I write something like, oh, thank you for giving blah 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 a new home, or just thank you so much. And then I also make sure to add my Instagram, so they can find me and send me my proof. So yeah, I think that's it for now. I know there's a lot more when it comes to collecting, trading, K-pop, albums, merch, but I don't know. I mainly just wanted to focus on like what to collect and how to collect, because I felt like in 2020 a lot of people started collecting just because of a hobby, like out of boredom, like me, and now life goes on, things are changing, and yeah, you may have another look at your collection, or I don't know. I just want to give some tips from what I've learned, and hopefully it can help you for also people that just started collecting. So yeah, I think that's all for now. Just do what makes you happy, basically. And if you have any questions or you want to share your tips or opinions, please feel free to do that in the comments. My trading and sell account is @hyungsung_trades, and I share that account with my friend from the UK. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day or night wherever you live, and please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.